Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here to welcome back to the Parma Road to Glory career mode on FIFA 19. We're starting off season number 3 today. You guys showed love on the season number 2 finale, even though it came to a bittersweet end. We ended up qualifying for the Champions League, finishing 3rd in Serie A, unfortunately going out in the semi-final of the Coppa Italia and the quarter-final of the Europa League. But we're going to put that behind us, get straight into season number 3 of the Parma Road to Glory career mode. We got some objectives to do as a manager. We got to reach the knockout stage of the Champions League. We also got to finish in a UEFA Europa League spot in Serie A, which I think should be possible. We got to reach obviously the knockout round of the UEFA Champions League, and we have to reach the quarterfinal of the Coppa Italia, which I think are all possible considering this season we've got some more money to spend in the transfer windows. We've got some better players to sign. We got all our younger players are growing every single week, so hopefully we can achieve those goals and prove why we are the people to bring Parma back to the top of Serie A and European football in general. But we've got some pre-season tournaments to look forward to. We're going to pick the 6.8 million one, hopefully get a bit more bonus transfer budget, as our transfer budget has been increased by £29.1 million, giving us a total of around about 49.2 million, nearing that 50 million mark to spend on some players in this Parma career mode. We need to improve the squad in a lot of areas, but mainly probably defense, maybe even in the midfield. But you guys comment down below, let me know who I should sign in this FIFA 19 Parma career mode, because you are the voice behind this career mode. Leave your comments down below, leave your recommendations down below on what I should do, who I should sign, and yeah, who I should play, all that good stuff. Because I'll be addressing him next episode. You could be in the next episode because, you know, I'm a man of the people. I'll listen to what you guys say. Leave it in the comments below and we'll address it next episode. But for now, we've got a game against Watford. We beat them 2-0. Weah and Brignola comes off the bench to seal the victory there. 2-0 against the Hornets. And we get our first game of preseason up and running there against Premier League opposition. But we've got some training to do with Jonathan David, Tonali and Amparu, the young guns of this team, and looking to step up this season. And Fluminense come in with an offer for Ricardo Gagliolo, one of the original players for Parma, plays for them in real life, and he stayed at the club all these 3 seasons in this career mode. But I think it's finally time to say goodbye to the left back from Italy. He's Parma, 30 years of age, and he's 69 overall. He is worth 675,000, and Fluminense come in with an offer for him. I counter offer with an 810k. I don't know what, I'm getting all these numbers mixed up. 810k offer. They go ahead and accept, and it looks like Gagliolo is going out of Parma and going to Brazil. But we're looking for a bit of a midfield upgrade. It's a man that I've had my eye on for a while. It's a man that has recently burst onto the scene as an Italian wonder kid. It's the Udinese centre midfielder, Rolando Mandragora. He plays for Udinese in Serie A, has scored recently against my club, Frosinone, in real life, but played for Crotone a few seasons ago as well in Serie A. So he's a man that has come from Juve's youth academy as well, I'm pretty sure. And so yeah, I was looking to upgrade the midfield position. Alessandro Murgia, the man that we bought in the first season, has proved to be a vital player for us in that midfield spot, has been one of our key players. But I feel like we're going to upgrade his position in central midfielder. I think we found like a similar type of player to him, but he's got more potential. He's got 85 potential. Murgia has only got 80 or 81. So I think Mandragora would be a very good addition to the team, as well as an upgrade. So we include Murgia in the swap plus cash deal. We get Murgia plus 11.5 mil and see what Udinese say, but they're stuck on their 11.5 mil. We counter with 11 mil, but they weren't having any of it. I included a sell-on clause just in case we sell Murgia, just in case we sell Mandragora, but Probably won't happen, but we'll get the transfer fee lower, the player plus swap cash deal, whatever you want to call it. But Udinese playing hardball, so we just go and accept it. 11.5 mil plus merger. We'll see how Mandragora goes with the contracts and stuff, but we're going to go ahead and delegate Rolando Mandragora's contract. The Udinese midfielder's got some very decent stats there, as you can see. A lot of dark greens, a lot of greens for the Italian midfielder. Still young at 23, and yeah, as a player I've been keen to try in FIFA 19 career mode. Just looks like a gun overall. Another one of Udinese's won the kids in FIFA 19. They've got an abundance of them, and yeah, that's going to be our first transfer target of the episode, but we're going to continue on, and it's a position that you guys, it's a position and a player that you guys have been wanting me to strengthen for so long. It's the centre back position. The defense in this team did need a big improvement. I realized that you guys realized it. Decided Alessandro Bastoni was at the club in season number 1. He was a loanee from Inter, and we're going to go after him in this career mode. We offer 5.5 million. It's his valuation. Inter have no problem with that, and we can go ahead and negotiate Alessandro Bastoni's contract. He's still only 21, and he did play really well for us in that first season. We did miss him in season number 2, and we're going to hopefully re-sign him for this season number 3. We're going to delegate his contract, and hopefully the assistant manager can get it done, get the deal over the line for the young Italian centre back, and we're looking forward to having him back in the team because he was an absolute star for us and is another great Italian wonder kid in FIFA 19. But we move on to yet another centre back, and we're looking to create a partnership here. We got Camara from Marseille, a young French centre-back. There are a lot of young French centre-backs in FIFA 19 career mode. This one especially, I've used him on like a private save before. He's really, really decent, and Marseille only wanted a counter offer there, 10.7 million with a 10 million transfer fee, hopefully getting the fee agreed, and they go ahead and accept that. Camara, a man with 88 potential, he's 75 rated right now, but he can grow immensely, and he's a great player in game as well. I've used him, and yeah, hopefully we can get him and Bastoni in that centre back position and make a really, really decent centre back partnership, because last season the defence was all over the place. We all saw it. We all admitted to the fact that our defence needed improvement this transfer window. We've gone out, hopefully going to sign those 2 centre backs and Mandragora, but we continue on in the preseason tournament. We end up getting a loss to Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1. Brignola got on the score sheet, but it's a team that we faced in the Europa League, one of our great games of season number 2, and just a part of my career mode in general. We end up going 2-0 down and winning 3-2 in the Europa League, but we get an offer for one of our best players last season, if not our best player, Diego Lainez from Real Betis. You know, if it's any other day, I would have just gone ahead with my day and rejected it, but he actually joined them in real life not too long ago, like last week. Diego Lainez has joined Real Betis from, I believe it was Club America in Mexico, so that was just a funny thing to see. Career mode always showing its realistic side as well, kind of predicting the future, but Mandragora didn't accept the contract that we delegated with him, and he has, just rejected it, and we couldn't sign Mandragora. It didn't go through, so I don't know. We're going to see if we can go ahead and purchase him in another attempt after this game, but Mandragora didn't want him to get paid more. I don't know. The man is a man in demand, and he wanted to get his wages for the week higher than we were offering. Lee and Weyer get a 2-1 win over Wolfsburg, yet another German opposition. We get our second win in this group, and we progress through to the knockout rounds of this preseason tournament. Meanwhile, all these transfer negotiations are going on. We got some training here with David, Tonali and Apadu, the 3 Wonder Kids. We're training. Let me know who I should train in the comments below, because yeah, training, even though it looks broken, might not be broken, so I'm just training everyone just in case. But yeah, we continue on in this part of my career mode. We got Boubacar Kamara accepting the transfer offer from Parma, not the transfer offer, the contract, 26.5k a week for the French centre-back wonder kid, and he's joined Parma in Serie A, getting some Champions League football as well under his belt. 4-year contract for the man, important squad role, but I think he's going to have a crucial one, to be honest. He's going to be a great player for us. Kamara wearing the 22, presenting himself in front of the media. 10 million, a cheap transfer fee, to be honest. I thought I was going to be paying at least 15 for him, but Boubacar Kamara, 20 years of age, the French centre-back, an absolute beast in Nkrumah. You guys need to pick this guy up. We finally got him for Parma, and finally Ricardo Gagliolo leaves Parma for Brazil, for Fluminense. We get 810k out of the deal. We get 600k added to the transfer budget, and it's a Parma player. I think it was one of the last Parma players that actually played for Parma in real life, so that's a bit heartbreaking, you know. All of the original Parma players are not playing for Parma in this career mode anymore, which is unfortunate, but it shows how far we have come and how far we've built this team. I mean, around such great wonder kids and rebuilding them up to the top of Italian football and continental football as well. But we continue on against OGC Nice in the European International Cup semi-final. It's David getting a goal right before half-time. The Canadian putting us 1-0 up against the French opposition. And it looks like it would stay that way. We are through to the final of the preseason tournament, which, you know, will get us a bit of transfer money, just a bit of additional transfer money to maybe buy one or two more players. But some great news coming after the game. We get Alessandro Bastoni, another player, an ex-Parma player. We signed him back. We've bought him this time, so no loan. The manager has put him as a rotation player, but he's going to be an important player, a starter at centre-back, as well as Kamara. We've bought a new centre-back partnership, which hopefully will shore our defence up at the back. And yeah, Bastoni rejoining us, Kamara in there as well. We get Alessandro Bastoni for 5.5 million. And yeah, he joins us again, presenting himself in front of the media. A great signing for us. We've improved at the back, which is what we wanted to do. It was one of my main aims for this transfer window. But if there's any more defensive options you guys want me to sign, let me know down in the comments below. But Bastoni was one of them, and Kamara, I'm pretty sure I saw a few people recommend that we should have signed, and we go ahead and sign him, which is always some good news. New signings for Parma as we continue on in our hunt for a midfielder. We have the final of the European International Cup ahead of us. It's Mönchengladbach, a team that we lost to in the group stage, but we won against them last season in the Europa League. Diego Lainez, the man wanted by Real Betis, got us off to the perfect start in the 3rd minute, getting a goal, putting us 1-0 up against the Germans. But we continue on as Thorgan Hazard gets the equaliser 33 minutes later. But we enter the second half, a tense second half, but it goes all the way to penalties. We end up losing 4-3 to Borussia Mönchengladbach, so no extra prize tournament money. We ended up getting 2.6 million in the transfer budget. There's a few of our player shirt sales as well, our player transfer for Bastoni, and yeah, we ended up going to the semi-finals, getting 2.5 mil, which, you know, I'll take any day. It's better than zero. So I guess we continue on training up our wonder kids, buying some more players in this transfer window as we continue on. We're going to start Serie A in this episode as well, so stick around. We've got our first game against Palermo coming up, recently promoted to Serie A, but it's our second attempt of signing Rolando Mandragora, the man that rejected our first contract negotiation with him. We're back again with this man because, I don't know, I've been wanting to try him out so much in career mode, and yeah, I tried a little swap deal again with Murgia. He goes down to a 12 mil valuation, and yeah, Udinese won 14.2 million. We go down to what they originally offered, 11 million, and see how they play it, because they were playing hardball last time. I mean, they wanted to keep Mandragora, and it looks like they want more money than our previous offer before he rejected our contract. So Udinese are playing hardball. We offer 12 mil, they accept that, and we continue on, hopefully getting Mandragora in this team. Maybe we're going to see, as we offer him a crucial role in this team. He accepts it. So we continue on with the negotiations. We offer him up a 5-year contract, which I always do in my negotiations. He wants a 3-year contract. We counter that, give him a 4, you know, playing to what they wanted in his contract. We disregard his release clause. Now onto the wages. I offer him, he's currently on a wage of 25k at Udinese. We offer him a wage of 25k. And yeah, Mandragora and his agent were having none of it. They left the room, we're left there, you know. I mean, come on. Rolando Mandragora has rejected 2 of our contracts in a row, and we didn't even offer him a bad wage. We offered him what he was getting at Udinese, and he just walked out. Not even a counter, not even a nah, can I get paid a bit more and have a signing bonus? Just a straight up reject. Like that was heartbreaking, you know. But I had enough. We're going after Phil Foden, the English superstar from Manchester City, and he's gonna hopefully join up with another English superstar, another English wonder kid, Jadon Sancho, in the team. What a partnership that'll be up in the attack. But we're dealing with Pep Guardiola here of Manchester City. Phil Foden, a man that has been scoring for them recently, got his debut goal at Etihad Stadium a week ago or so. As we offer 16.5 million, we go ahead and accept that. 16.4 million, sorry, for Phil Foden, the man from Manchester City, and a man that you guys have wanted. I've seen a lot of Phil Foden comments as well along the career mode, and this man, I mean, we thought Mandragora was paid a lot, 25k. Phil Foden, 64k. I mean, yeah, he's from Manchester City. He's obviously going to be paid more, but 64k for Phil Foden. We offer him 70k a week. He is happy with that, and he is accepted into this team, successfully transferred. Unlike Mandragora, we get Phil Foden, the Englishman, center attacker midfielder / CM, 20 years old, from Manchester City, 77 overall, has got a potential in the high 80s, at least 88 from Phil Foden. The left-footed is joining Serie A and hopefully continuing our dream to, win the Champions League, win the Serie A, and hopefully perform well this season. In season number 3, we complete the Phil Foden signing, and he is with the manager posing for the media. Number 28, we're going to change his jersey number, but another great signing, Phil Foden. It's going to be our last signing of the episode, guys. So let me know who I should sign with the remaining money. I'm pretty sure we got 15 million left after this Phil Foden signing. So Phil Foden, probably one of our most expensive transfers in this whole career mode. 16.5 million for the Englishman, and he's got some great stats: balance, agility, dribbling, short passing, acceleration, and ball control, all in the greens. And maybe a man that we should train and get up to maybe 80, low 80s overall. But a great, exciting signing for Parma in this road to glory, and a player that we needed to sign in the midfield. And we continue on strengthening the team, and it's another player I've been having my eye on in this career mode. It's Matteo Viviani from Brescia in Serie B. Another Brescia wonder kid like Tonali, but he is a bit lower rated, bit lower potential, but is 19 years of age and is only worth 1.1 mil, and I thought he'd be a good nice Italian youth prospect to have in the team to increase the homegrown players that we have, like all the Italians in our club, and be just a good wonder kid to have, just in case we need him, just in case we want to give him a game here or there, but just in case, injuries, suspensions. Going to be a backup player in the midfield. Viviani, 66 rated. He's got a potential in the around 83, 82 overall, so he has got the potential to grow. He's another wonder kid from Brescia, and he's the centre mid / CDM, medium work rates, and yeah, he's on a low wage as well, so that is also good. A very, very cheap signing. It's going to be our 4th signing of the episode. We're going to go ahead and negotiate his contract. The man from Brescia, hopefully looking to join a Serie A club, and he deserves a Serie A club because he is just a great wonder kid to have in your team, and another Italian to add to the squad as we go through contract negotiations. Hopefully it won't be as it won't have the same result as the Mandragora situation, but should we go after Mandragora? Should we stick with our midfield? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, I read all the comments. And yeah, we continue on with the sporadic team role. A 4-year contract for Viviani from Brescia. No release clause, of course. And we continue on with the contract negotiations with Viviani. He wants 4.9k a week. I was actually surprised because he's on 1.3k at Brescia now, because he's at a Serie A club. He wants at least minimum 5k. So we ended up accepting, might as well, 4.9k a week, and Viviani joins the squad for 1 million. A cheap transfer. We got him below his value as well. He was valued at 1.1 million. So Matteo Viviani is in the squad, 66 rated. See, you can see there we got him below value, 1.1 million. A great wonder kid to sign up, and an overall beast in the midfield. Sprint speed and short passing in the greens. A lot of overall just stats in the yellows as well. So decent signing, a cheap signing. And this, yeah, you guys let me know who I should sign in the next episode. 15 million to work with, so maybe 1 or 2 more signings in the next episode, and that will be it for the summer transfer window in season number 3. But we continue on We're going to play our first Serie A match. And as you can see there, Ampadu going up to a 71 overall, the Welshman centre-back, another player that needs to improve a lot this season to get his first start, to make his way into the starting 11, that's what I'm saying. But look at this, I looked at the overall change for us, and forget the -1 overall glitch, you saw that, they were all +1, which was so good to see after this -1 overall glitch has been in career mode for like the past 2 months. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I just saw all those +1s. It was like, oh my god, people actually growing instead of going down by 1. I wanted to see if the -1 overall glitch was affecting us, but I don't know, for some reason the +1 overalls just came out the wazoo. But we're in our first game in the Serie A against Palermo away from home. We're off to Sicily in this one. We're going to see how the recently promoted Serie B side perform as we've got our strongest starting 11. Foden makes his debut. It's going to be David, Sancho and Lainez in the front three. Murgia and Tonali going to be in the midfield, and as Bastoni and Kamara also making their Parma debuts for season number 3. Even though Bastoni has been at the club before, they are making their centre-back partnership debut in Sicily at the Barbara. I'm pretty sure the stadium's called, but we're going to continue on against Palermo in this one. Looking for the win, looking for the vital first 3 points in Serie A. David takes a shot, and the Canadian's effort just goes wide of the post. Unfortunately for him, he's going to be our main man this season, and he needs to be converting some of those chances. But we continue on looking for an attack. It's Murgia in the midfield, giving it off to Phil Foden, and he nearly got his debut goal for the club in his first start. The man nearly got off to the great start, putting us 1-0 up there. The number 23, we changed his jersey number from 28, I believe it was, or 38. We changed it to 23. Hopefully he can perform for us in that cam spot. Tonali getting ahead in this midfield, gives the ball off to Jadon Sancho. He's going to take a shot, and yeah, that was a terrible shot from Jadon Sancho, using his left foot finesse, which was just dribbled wide of the post. But we continue on in this one. Palermo get on the attack here. Nestorovski takes a shot, and it just goes above the goals. We continue on in this game, trying to find the opener in the 63rd minute. Murgia in the midfield takes a shot, and Brignoli saves that with ease, just plucks it out of the air like it was nothing. As we continue on trying to unlock this Palermo defense, Phil Foden gives the ball off to David, and we get our first Serie A goal in season number 3 away from home in Palermo. We took a while to break down the defense, but finally Phil Foden, the man we just recently signed, our record transfer fee, feeds the ball in to Jonathan David, our talisman up top, and he was unmarked, ready to go in the box. Right foot finesse, puts that one past Brignoli, breaking the deadlock, and what a goal it was. Brignoli couldn't get his hand to it, and we go 1-0 up at the Barbara. And yeah, the team celebration all getting around Jonathan David. He, I have a feeling, is going to really grow this season, be one of the players to step up, as we continue on in this career mode. Palermo on the attack here. We fail to clear the ball here. Rui couldn't get to the pass. They cross it in, and Nestorovski straight off kickoff gets the equalizer for the Sicilians, and Palermo go 1-1 really like 3 minutes after our goal. Nestorovski finding the equalizer, still at Palermo, and yeah, we let the lead slip there. Unfortunately, we couldn't clear the ball. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, passing back to Rui. The cross was in, the header as well, and Plizzardi couldn't get his hand to that one. We concede the equalizer minutes after our goal as we continue on trying to finish off Palermo, trying to get the winning goal. Here's Jadon Sancho, but Brignoli makes another comfortable save, and we needed better from the English wonder kid as we continue on attempting to get a winner here. It's Timothy Weah with the volley, but it's volleyed into the ground, and yet again another comfortable save for Brignoli, but unfortunately 1-1 is still the score. Palermo on the attack, they're trying to find a winner here, but Plizzardi makes a crucial save, keeping the score at 1-1, keeping us with 1 point from this game. But another corner, we clear it, it bounces off a Palermo player, but unfortunately for us, Plizzardi gets his hand to it, and that's how the game's going to end. It's 1-1 in the end, and a pretty disappointing match. We were attacking a lot of it, and unfortunately for us, we couldn't find that winning goal, that magic moment to get us the 3 points away from home. Disappointing, but Ampadu goes up to a 72 there in training. So Yeah, disappointing start to Serie A away in Palermo, but we have got another Serie A game we're going to simulate away in Bologna. This is going to be the starting lineup, pretty much unchanged from the first starting lineup. Fructu is the only change. He's going to replace Plizzari. We're going to find ourselves away against Bologna. Our first two Serie A matches are going to be away from the Stadio Ennio Tardini, and we're going to be facing Filippo Inzaghi's men at their own stadium. So looking forward to this one, a chance to redeem ourselves after that Palermo game. So another away game as well, 2 away games to start the Serie A, which is cruel, but we have to do it, and it's going to pay off in the end because we'll have 2 home games in a row. But we're going into this one, Bologna versus Parma. It's Sancho getting us off to a great start. 29th minute this time in the first half. Sancho doubles our lead with a 45th minute brace, and we continue on in the second half, 2-0 up. A few substitutions going on, but looks like we're up 2-0 in the last 10 minutes, and then Bologna reply with Svanberg in the 81st, but it's going to be a 2-1 victory for us. Our first 3 points in Serie A, getting us 4 points out of 2 games. And we continue on with some training. David goes up to an 81. We're looking to get Tonali up to the 80s as well, and David looking really good this season and finally cracking the 80s in overall. But it's a quick look at the Serie A table. We're currently sitting in 9th after 2 games. We got 4 points, a win and a draw. Palermo doing quite well, they got 4 points as well. Inter and AC Milan are the only 2 clubs to win both their games, and it's Atalanta in 5th, Spal in 4th, Palermo in 3rd, Lazio, Roma and Napoli currently sitting outside the top 5 in 6th, 7th and 8th respectively. We're above Juve in 9th, they're in 10th, but it's Frosinone, Cagliari and Empoli in the relegation zones at the moment after 2 games being played. But we continue on in this career mode, guys. If you did enjoy the episode, smack a like on the video, subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode content on the channel. Comment down below telling me what I should do in this career mode, and we'll address it next episode. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the very next episode.